This video is going to be about my Grizzly bandsaw. It's a GO513X2BF. I've had this saw about a year and a half now. And so far, I like it really well. I haven't encountered any problems with it whatsoever. I made some alterations to it. The first alteration is the base. When I mounted it in here, I wanted to saw a little higher, so I built a 4.5 inch high base for it to sit on. And that brings the tabletop to the same height as my old Buffalo bandsaw, that 14 inch over there. So now they're equal heights. And then of course that red brake pedal there is way up in the air where there's no way you can hit that with your foot in an emergency. So I made a pedal down below on the end of that base. And now you can just hit it like that and stops the saw instantly. And that works pretty darn good. A lot better than trying to get your foot way up here in the air. And I did add an extension table to the top to make it a lot longer. Now I got more room for longer boards so they don't fall off the table when I'm cutting them. And the first concern was the dust collection. I didn't have 4-inch dust collector. So let me turn the light on here. So what I had to do is make some alterations inside here for the 2.5 inch dust from ShopVac. And the first thing I did was this little compartment here that this 4-inch dust, or excuse me, the 2-inch vacuum hose goes into, needs to be sealed off. So over here on the door, I put this piece of wood in here with a seal on it, and that closes right here along the edge of this plate right here, and that seals this off. And the door sits pretty tight against the metal here, sheet metal, so that doesn't leak much. And then I made this little wooden gadget here to seal around the blade. It's just a block underneath glued on with a slot in it for this piece to slide into. And to make it, I just turn this by hand and push it in there, let it cut its own slot. And that seals that up pretty well. And then between the tabletop and the saw body, I made this little cover. It's just a square. It's just a square 3-sided box, and it seals pretty well. And up inside there, you can see where I put a piece of foam in here. I just jammed it in there. That seals that side. Plus this little clip-on board here seals part of it too. And that goes in there like so. So now that's all sealed up pretty tight. And let me put this back in. Now this has to come out if you want to tilt the table, but I never tilt the table on my saw, so let's see if I can get it back in there. There we go. That's all there's to that. A little bit of dust just fell down in there. It came off the back of the saw blade, I guess. Okay, let's not much dust in there now. It doesn't get too much in there. Let me close this up. And maybe I could try making a cut here. I don't know if if it's going to show up very well. You set this down. And let me get a block of wood. Yes. Here's a piece of hard maple. It's got kind of a rough on that side, but I think it'll work. Let's it's got a big curve on this side. Let's see if we can straighten that out. It's a little noisy here. We'll turn on my vacuum. See how much dust got underneath. This extra fence on here helps for things like that, where that end wasn't against the table, so you can just keep holding it against this fence way back here. Okay, we'll look down underneath and see how much dust we got in the bottom. Well, we got a little. Not too bad though. That catches most of it. You do quite a bit of cutting before it gets much down there. Anyway, all in all, for a ShopVac, that does pretty well. So that's about it for this saw. All in all, I like the saw. This is the 240 volt version. That was a piece of hard maple. And I have a 3/4 inch 3-tooth blade in there now. Well, that's about it for this. I don't know if this video's any good or not. See you later. Bye.